Hey, you guys. Hi, we are live and we are trying something a little newer this week as well. I am simultaneously going live on both YouTube and Facebook and the Facebook group. So this is fantastic. First time I've done this, so I'm going live via StreamYard and I can see two of me on the screen. So that's fantastic. It's obviously working. Do drop me a comment if you are watching. I'd love to see the comments come through, even just to see if this technology works as well. And I'm also going to test this on my phone, just to check that those that it's kind of working and that it's coming through. So say hello if you are joining me. Say hi. Pop something in the comments, and then more people will be informed that we are going live. So if you've never joined one of these lives before, welcome. This is, probably more applicable to you YouTube people, because if you've only just joined me, we're going live on YouTube as well as Facebook. So hello to my new YouTube people. This is great. So welcome to this week's session. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I wanted to chat a little bit this week about I just wanted to kind of elaborate really on something we touched on last week. So last week we talked about wedding florists and the three main reasons that you guys really struggle with social media and posting on it and keeping up with it. And those three things were the lack of time, the lack of knowledge, and the lack of inclination. And we're really kind of focused on the lack of time part of it last week. It's a big issue for a lot of you guys. But this week I want to focus a little more on the lack of inclination part of it. Where does that come from? What gives you this dislike for social media? Why don't you see the point in doing it? And there's possibly a couple of reasons, but for me, it seems to really, from speaking to a lot of you guys, from speaking to a lot of wedding florists, it really seems to kind of come from this, you feel like you have to do it because people say you do, and then you post and get no comments, and it leaves you feeling kind of, what's the point in this, or my content must be absolutely rubbish. And you feel like it's kind of more time and energy than it's worth, and you end up resenting it and hating doing it. So I wanted to, I guess, first of all say, I hear you. You are certainly not on your own. But I wanted to just mention that I do have two simple rules when it comes to this sort of thing. The first rule is to just have fun with it, and the second is is that basically that social media has to work for you, not against you. But those things probably mean, absolutely nothing if you're really disheartened and don't see the point in social media anyway. So today's episode is really about, saying that I hear you and I get you and you're not on your own. But secondly, I wanted to help you realize that there is actually a point to it and how it can really benefit your wedding florist business. Now, I know that it can be a drag at first, but bear with me here. So I've basically done, I've created sort of three things. I wanted to talk about three things rather, that would really help with this and help you realize, hopefully, that it is worth it. And I think once you change your mindset around it and start seeing the point in it, then hopefully that will change for you. So number one, I would say first and foremost, it's free marketing, and you can attract a much larger, more quality audience organically than you can with any paid ads or just word of mouth alone. And that goes for paid ads on Facebook or Google or even magazines or newspapers or local stalls or anything. Paid ads, paid advertising, paid marketing can it's a real art in itself, and unless you're really, really good at it and you know how to target things exactly, then it's not really going to work. You may as well throw your money down the toilet. And social media is free. And, like I say, you can attract a much larger audience organically than you can with paid ads, and it's not about the larger audience. It's more than that. It is about um, the quality of it. It's about attracting your sort of people who genuinely want to hear from you. So I guess the best way to say that is that you can attract a much larger quality audience organically than you can with paid ads. Number two, it helps attract the right client as opposed to just getting lots of bookings. As you know, if you've followed me for a while, if you follow me on Instagram or the Facebook group or wherever, you'll know that I'm all about filling your diary with the right clients as opposed to just simply getting as many bookings as you possibly can. And social media is one of the ways that you can basically pre-qualify clients and make sure that you're basically attracting a high percentage of those who are right for you. I cover this in depth in my Florist Foundations course, but essentially it's, by putting the right things out there, you in turn attract the right sort of client back. And that makes your life a heck of a lot easier, believe me. If you don't believe me, see my interview with Sam from ID Action Consulting in episode 7 of the podcast. It makes such a huge difference. And so get yourself out there, putting the right stuff out there to attract the right sort of client back to you is 100% more worth it than simply just attracting a load of sales. Thirdly, and this is a biggie as well, it's an ideal way to show off your brand's personality and the person behind the business as well. Social media does this like no other platform, and it works so well for small businesses like ours. People buy from people. I think we've all heard somebody on the internet say that saying before, but it's true. People buy from people, and showing yourself online, showing you the behind the scenes of the business, and choosing words and music for your posts and stories that you like, all help differentiate you from the other 12 florists that they've been looking at on Instagram while planning their wedding too. So hopefully I've given you three reasons why this is, hugely important, and why social media is absolutely worth it. Those are just 3 of the reasons. I know you don't feel like it's worth it. I know you've tried it before. Maybe you've dabbled with it for 5 minutes, or tried something that some expert on the internet said you should try, and it didn't quite work at first, or it hasn't worked as quickly as you expected, and you've just given up. But you guys, I can't stress how much it can really help you in your business, and it really, really is worthwhile putting the effort in with it. So I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, and I hope it's kind of helped change your mind a little bit. And do let me know. Drop me an email or drop me a comment, or depends which platform you're viewing this on. But let me know. I would love to hear from you guys, whether any of that's resonated, whether that has helped change your mind in any way at all. I would love to know. So I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, and we'll catch you next week.